Hey there folks, it is Rob and welcome to My Nightmare. Today's going to be a brand new horror collection video. Now, a lot of these movies are horror, a lot of them are thrillers, and there's even some dramas. I'm going to show you my M. Night Shyamalan movie collection. Now, I pretty much own everything that he has done except for the very first film that he did, his directorial debut, which was called Praying with Anger. Now, that came out in like 1992, and it was only premiered at film festivals. I've never found a physical copy of that. I'm not even sure if it exists or not, but I'm sure you could watch it somewhere. So that is the only thing that I do not own when it comes to his filmography. But I own everything else after that. So what I want to do is show you, all the different versions I have, DVDs, Blu-rays, and just kind of, it's just a horror collection video, what I show. Okay. So when it comes to M. Night, he does a lot of different things. Like I said, I consider him to be a very unique director. And I know a lot of people are not really fond of his style when it comes to like the twists and some of the movies that he's done is just, a lot of people just look down on him. But I think he is a great director. Even though I don't like all of his movies, I like most of them. So first up, we got Wide Awake, which is a comedy, and it has Rosie O'Donnell, Dennis Leary, Robert Loggia. And it says right here, from the director of The Sixth Sense, but this came before that. Yeah, this is one of his first films. I'd say this is his first feature length that premiered somewhere other than a film festival. Next up, The Sixth Sense. This is the movie that put him on the radar. A lot of people praised him after this movie. And it was great. I remember seeing this in the theater and liking it a lot. This has got one of those tabs. Look at it. It's got those tabs. I hate those things. Sixth Sense. This is the collector's edition series DVD. Also has a bunch of special features right there in that box. So that's The Sixth Sense. I probably should have showed. Wide Awake doesn't really have anything. I probably should have shown that, but doesn't really have any special features. But anyway, okay. So moving on, we have Unbreakable, which is amazing. This movie basically is about realistic, like a realistic take on superheroes. Like how would a superhero be if it was like real life, kind of grounded in a way. Very, very awesome movie with fantastic music. I love the soundtrack to this movie. I freaking love it. But this is, you pull the slipcover off, and you just open it up, and got some images, and it folds out like that. Not as bad as the Alien anthology that just folds out and folds out and folds out and folds out. But yeah. But yeah, that's Unbreakable. Awesome. All right, let's put this here. Okay. Next up, we got Signs. Definitely one of my favorites. About crop circles that appear outside of Mel Gibson's farmhouse, and they're trying to figure out what's causing it. Basically about aliens So you have ghosts in The Sixth Sense, you have superheroes in Unbreakable, and now we have aliens. So, signs. All right, next up is The Village. I just recently rewatched this movie, and I used to just be so frustrated with the ending, or the twist, so to say. But I actually thought it was pretty cool. Now, my mind has completely changed on this movie. Bryce Dallas Howard, who did a phenomenal job. She plays a blind woman in this. It's got some special features on this DVD. Walking Phoenix. A bunch of people live in this nature reserve, and they live in like the old times. And there's like these creatures outside of this reserve that they can't go outside the walls, because if they do, these creatures will kill them and stuff. Not bad. Then we got Lady in the Water, which also has Bryce Dallas Howard. So she was in The Village, and then she's in this one. Paul Giamatti. This movie is kind of like a fantasy, in a way. It says a classic bedtime story for a new generation. It's very, very different than what we got before. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you have to be in tune with it. There's some special features there. And Bryce Dallas Howard, I mean, she's very good at whatever she does. So that's Lady in the Water. Then we have one of my favorites, and that is The Happening. What? No. I'm a teacher. Basically about a bunch of people that start committing suicide because of these plants that release these toxins, and then once you breathe it in or the wind blows to you, it does something to your brain and makes you kill yourself. This is a funny movie. It's like a horror comedy, and when I first saw this, I'm like, I don't know if they were doing this on purpose. Like, is it purposely trying to be funny, or is it just stupid and we just think it's funny? I was really confused when I first saw this what the tone was, like what they were going for. But yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Oh, this is great. There's some special features there. The Happening. Next up, we have The Last Airbender. Now, I am not familiar with like anime, like these kind of things that was like based off of, I don't know if it was based off of Naruto or whatever that is. Like, I'm not into that stuff. So naturally, I wasn't really into this movie. It wasn't my cup of tea. I'm not saying that it was just like, oh, this is the worst movie he's ever made, or it's just the worst movie ever. It's not. It's not the worst movie ever. I can say that because I've seen some really terrible, terrible movies. I think the fans of the genre or the theme that they were trying to go for here were the most pissed off. But I don't know. I just wasn't really into this. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I give M. Night credit for trying something different. But yeah. Got to give credit where credit is due, you know? All right, then we have After Earth with Will Smith and his son Jaden Smith. This film was okay. It just, a lot of the CG was kind of bad. It's basically, it concentrates on him, on Jaden and Jaden's character and his father. Something happens, where he gets injured, or Will Smith's character gets injured in a way. He has to toughen him up a little bit, like, go out and do this, and, you know, I prepared you for this. I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I just don't think it was executed as well. Then we get to, in my opinion, a step in the right direction when it comes to M. Night. He's had a few stinkers. This is where he comes back, in my opinion, and that is The Visit. This movie is incredible. The twist is incredible. The acting is incredible with the grandparents. Oh my God. If my grandmother was acting the way she was in this, if she was acting that way, I don't know what I'd do. I honestly do not know what I'd do. I mean, she's crawling around the floor, scratching the walls naked. She's sundowning, basically. So these kids go to their grandparents' house for, I think, the weekend, and they've never met their grandparents, so they don't know what they look like or how they are and stuff like that. Come to find out, I mean, I don't want to ruin the twist. I don't want to ruin it, but come to find out there's something wrong with these old people, and the kids start noticing. So The Visit, I have it here on Blu-ray. It's got some special features, some good special features. You guys should check them out. It's got some good special features. I gave the DVD to my parents. I usually do that. If I have the Blu-ray and there's a DVD, they don't really care if it's a Blu-ray DVD, so I just give them the DVD so they can watch it. So yeah. Okay. We have Split. And Split? Oh, how can I say this? Like, Split was... This movie is incredible. I saw it in the theater, and this is what I call a good twist. Not even realizing that this movie was a sequel to Unbreakable. It basically is in the same universe. The ending with Bruce Willis, and then the music plays. I'm like, wow. That was like probably one of the best twists ever in the movie. Even better than Sixth Sense, I will say that. But this guy right here, played by James McAvoy, has a split personality, and he has like 23, there's like 23 personalities, and then he's like a villain, like an evil version. Like, you have Bruce Willis in Unbreakable, who is a superhero. He's strong and stuff. Well, this is kind of the opposite. He's like an animal when he gets into this one personality where he's like they call him the Beast, and he's very powerful, and like he's like an animal climbing on walls and stuff. Crazy. Fantastic movie, though. The special features are amazing. But yeah, the Blu-ray DVD of Split. Okay, we have Glass, which I thought was a little weaker than Split. It was fine. This movie, I think, could have been better. I was really hoping for some epic stuff. There is some pretty cool fight scenes, but the camera is all shaky and stuff. I just don't think M. Night is good at. I mean, I don't think he does like maybe fighting scenes too good, but it was fine. You have all the characters from Split, Unbreakable in this movie. I just don't like the way they treated Bruce Willis in this movie as far as the ending goes. I just thought that was a cop-out. It was really kind of stupid, to be honest. But Glass. I like the name. I mean, I like how they called it Glass. So They call me Mr. Glass because I break like glass. You ass. All right. We have Old. I bought it on DVD because I got it really cheap. Again, this had an interesting idea, but it was not executed well at all. In fact, there are a few things that do not make sense, and I don't care. I know you know what I'm talking about. There are things that just don't make sense about this twisted thriller, so to say. Yeah, they could have done better with this movie. I know when I saw the trailer, I was pretty excited, but yeah, it just kind of fell flat for me. So then we get a step in the right direction here, and we have Knock at the Cabin. You got Bautista in this. This is the collector's edition, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. I loved this movie. Thought it was interesting. These four people show up at this house and start making demands. If you don't do this, then something bad is going to happen. And you start to think, are these people crazy? Are they telling the truth? Like, what's going on? And then they turn on the TV and something bad is happening like they predicted. So then you're like, okay, is that just lucky? Like, is that a coincidence? I mean, yeah. Knock at the Cabin, really good. Bautista was great in this movie. Special features. I think this is probably one of the best acting jobs that Bautista has done. Knock at the Cabin on Blu-ray. All right, so then we come to the newest film that M. Night directed, and it is Trap. Bought it here on DVD. I got this really cheap. And I was very, very late to the party on seeing this movie. But you know what? I really like it. I really, really like this film. I don't understand it. People were complaining about M. Night's daughter taking the stage and stealing the spotlight. I don't think she did at all. I don't see that in this movie. All I see is these people go, the father and daughter go to a concert, Josh Hartnett, go to a concert, and it feels like you're there. I've been to several concerts, and it feels so real. Like they're actually at a concert, and there's all these police, and they're trying to set this whole thing up to catch this killer, who is Josh Hartnett, but they're trying to set a trap for him, and he's trying to get his daughter to see this concert, but at the same time, get out of there without getting caught. And I thought M. Night's daughter was fine. I mean, when she took the stage and stuff, I believed that she was, a popular singer, and they're at the concert listening to her music and dancing and all this stuff, and I had a blast with this movie. It's just so fun. Josh Hartnett, I mean, he was awesome. I mean, he's so good. I'm just so glad to see him. I loved him in 30 Days of Night. But Trap, don't listen to the people that put this movie down, maybe because they're M. Night Shyamalan haters, or, maybe. It's just, a lot of the criticisms don't make sense, because I've seen this movie like 3 or 4 times now, and I just don't get it. But, Trap. So anyway, guys, that is my M. Night Shyamalan collection. He does have a movie coming out in 2026, according to what it says on Google. It's called Remain, and I think Jake Gyllenhaal is the star of it, but I don't really know what the premise is or anything like that. But yeah, it's called Remain. I mean, that title might change. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be his newest film. So I like M. Night as a director, like I said. That is my M. Night Shyamalan movie collection. Tell me what you think in the comments. Down the line, I will do a ranking of M. Night Shyamalan films from worst to best. That should be very, very interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.